Everybody wants the harvest. Few are willing to plant the seeds. Everybody admires success. Few understand the price that was paid for it. When a priest stopped to admire a beautiful farm, he expected a simple conversation. Instead, he walked away with a lesson that would stay with him for the rest of his life. This is that story. One afternoon, a priest was driving through the countryside on his way to a neighboring town. The sun was beginning to set, painting the sky with shades of gold and orange. As he traveled along the winding road, something caught his attention. On the side of the road stood one of the most beautiful farms he had ever seen. The fields were lush and green. Rows of crops stretched perfectly across the land. Fruit trees were healthy and full. The fences were well maintained. The barns looked strong and clean. Even the animals appeared healthy and well cared for. The entire property seemed to radiate life, discipline, and excellence. The priest was so impressed that he pulled his car over and walked toward the farm. Near the entrance, he noticed an elderly farmer working quietly among the crops. The priest greeted him warmly. "Good afternoon," he said. The farmer smiled and replied, "Good afternoon, Father." The priest looked around in amazement. "This is truly one of the most beautiful farms I have ever seen." The farmer thanked him politely. The priest continued, "You and God have done a wonderful job with this place." For a moment, the farmer remained silent. Then he smiled gently and looked across his fields. Finally, he replied, "Thank you, Father. But you should have seen this farm when God had it all by himself." The priest was surprised. The farmer's response was respectful, but it carried a powerful truth. The two men stood quietly for a moment as the evening breeze moved through the crops. Then the farmer began to explain. "Years ago, this land was neglected. It was filled with weeds. The soil was hard. The fences were broken. Many people passed by and saw nothing but problems. But every morning before sunrise I came here. I worked when others were sleeping. I repaired what was broken. I planted when there was no guarantee of a harvest. I watered the crops during dry seasons. I stayed patient during difficult years. There were times when storms destroyed my work. There were times when drought threatened everything. There were seasons when I wanted to quit. But I kept showing up. I kept working. And little by little, this farm became what you see today." The priest listened carefully. He realized that the farmer was not rejecting God's role. Instead, he was recognizing an important principle. God may provide the land. Life may provide opportunities. But it is human effort that transforms potential into achievement. The farmer pointed toward a distant field. "Every harvest begins with a seed. But seeds do not grow simply because they are planted. They require attention. They require patience. They require work." The priest nodded. The lesson was becoming clear. Many people pray for success. Many people dream about success. Many people admire success. But far fewer are willing to do the work success demands. The beauty of the farm was not the result of a single day. It was the result of thousands of ordinary days. Days of discipline. Days of consistency. Days when nobody was watching. Days when giving up would have been easier. The priest thanked the farmer and returned to his car. As he drove away, he couldn't stop thinking about those words. "You should have seen this farm when God had it all by himself." The statement stayed with him because it revealed a truth that applies far beyond farming. It applies to every dream, every goal, every business, every career, every relationship, and every life. Potential means nothing without action. A dream without effort remains a dream. Talent without discipline is wasted. Opportunity without commitment disappears. The most successful people in the world are rarely the luckiest. They are often the ones who keep showing up when others stop. They keep learning when others quit. They keep planting seeds while others are waiting for perfect conditions. Success is not created in a moment. It is built daily through small actions repeated consistently over time. Never underestimate the power of persistent effort. A single day may not change your life. but the habits you practice every day certainly will. If your life looks nothing like the future you imagine, don't be discouraged. Every beautiful farm was once an empty field. Every great achievement was once an impossible dream. Every champion was once a beginner. Keep planting. Keep learning. Keep working. Keep believing. One day, people will look at your success and call it luck. But you will know the truth. They are seeing the harvest. They never saw the years you spent planting the seeds. Your future is being built by what you do today. Make today count. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Growth Win Media for more powerful stories and life-changing lessons on success, confidence, leadership, and personal growth. Growth Win Media, where stories build champions. See you in the next lesson of success.